1 minute. Okay, Amalraj, come back. Okay, so everyone, welcome back to political science class, session number 2 today. Okay, and session number 2 and 3 we will complete together. Okay, so there is no break in between. Okay, there is no break in between. Okay, so just remember this period and next period continuously we will complete. Okay, so session 2 and 3. So, and we are here. In the morning we discussed about the election system in India. Election system in India. We know that first past the post. One system that we are following related with the direct election and proportional representation. Okay, PR. That system also we are using in India. That is basically for indirect elections there. Okay, for the election for the president or vice president or something like that. Okay, so two methods we discussed already. Okay, so we come back. Proportional representation in Israel. Here you can see there is number of political parties names are mentioned. Okay, so it's not in Israeli, right? Likud, Shas, National Union, National Religious Party, UTJ, Israeli Aliyah, Labour Party, okay, Shuni, Arab parties, Meretz, Amihad, okay, like that, various political parties are there. So their seats related with the percentage of vote what these parties secured in the election, So related with that share, the election commission will allot the seats for that particular political party. Okay, so just to read it and understand the proportional representation system in Israel. It is not like a first past the post system. It is slightly different than that. Okay, so entire country is considering as a constitution in that situation. Clear? Okay, that is what proportional representation, the PR system. System. So PR is not a public relation here, it is a proportional representation. Clear? Okay, moving forward, you can see. So Argentina and Portugal, their system is different, proportional representation only, but there are a number of constituencies are there in those countries there. So each party prepares a list of candidates for each constituency, depending on how many have to be elected from that constituency. In both these variations, voters exercise their preference for a party and not a candidate. Okay, we know that. So in a proportional representation system, basically the voters giving preferences not for the candidate but for the party. Okay, so just last month the local self-government election is completed in our state. Clear? So if you're observed so, we can easily understand that there basically the voters will give preference to the candidates. Clear? Voters will give preference to the candidates but not the parties. Major political parties are not contesting in the election with their original party symbol. If you are observing, so you are able to understand that. Clear? So Congress party will give chances to independent people with the support of Congress party, even Marxist party of India, CPIM. Okay, that party also supporting number of these independent candidates. Okay, but they are participating or contesting in the election with different symbols, not with that party symbol, right? You observed that. So they are not, in India, we are not giving preference for the political party, but for individual in the local self-election. But coming to the state legislature and parliament election, variation will be there. That time, party and their policies and programs will come into the mainstream. Okay, just understand that situation here. The seats in a constituency are distributed on the basis of votes polled by a party. Thus, representatives from constituency would and do belong to different parties in India. We have adopted the PR system. Morning, we discussed that on a limited scale of indirect elections, the constitution prescribes a third and complex variation of PR system for election of the president, vice president, and the election of the Rajya Sabha and Vidhan Sabhas, legislative councils in India. Okay, clear? So, President of India or Vice President of India or the members of Rajya Sabha, they are elected not by the people directly. People will not participate in the election directly, right? Indirect election method is there. Basically, that system, a complicated, complex version of PR or proportional representation is using to find or elect the representative. Okay, next one, comparison of first past the post and the PR system of election. First of all, first past the post, that's what FPTP. The country is divided into small geographical units, so it's an important question for you people. Write the differences between or comparisons between FPTP and the PR system of elections. Okay, first of all, FPTP, the country is divided into small geographical units called constituencies. So, small geographical units for conducting elections. Okay, basically those small geographical areas, basically on the relation with the population, we will divide into small groups, small geographical units. So these units are basically termed as constituency. A larger unit will divide on the basis of population. Okay, so that is called to be constituencies or districts. From that area, the voters will elect their representatives. Every constituency elects one representative. So from every constituency, only one candidate, one representative will come, not the candidate, but a representative. So, one from A, one from B, one from C, and one from D. Okay, from all the constituencies, we can say, okay, from each constituency is one representative from all together. How many constituencies are there? That many representatives will be there. Voters votes for a candidate. Clear? Voters vote for a candidate. So, in a constituency, number of political parties will keep their candidates. Okay, so there are three major coalitions are there in our state, right? Like UDF, LDF, for example, NDA. Okay, major coalitions: United Democratic Front, Leftist Democratic Front, National Democratic Alliance. Clear? One is headed by Congress party, other is by the Communist party, other is by the BJP party. Okay, number of other small political parties are included in this coalition or these alliances, these groups or fronts. Clear? Understand? So all these parties or these groups definitely they will keep their candidate in the election. Not only them, other small other parties also are there. Clear or not? They are not the allies of this political groups, they also will keep their candidates and independent candidates also will be there. Independent candidate, not the part of any political party. Such political candidates, such candidates also we are able to find in elections there. So everyone have the right to participate in the election related with some norms and procedures in the constitution. Clear? A party may get more seats than votes in the legislature. Okay, so party may get more seats than votes in the legislature. So, votes are not a compulsory measure here, but seats are important. Seats are important. Candidate who wins the election may not get a majority 50% plus 1 votes. Clear or not? The candidates, those who win the election may not get a majority. Clear? So, morning we discussed that. What is that? There are 1000 voters are there in one constituency. So, 1000 voters are there in one constituency. So, the system followed is FPTP only. First past the post, the system only following. Basically, India and Britain is an example for following this system. So, out of this 1000 voters in one constituency, 3 candidates A, B, C, we know that. Okay, so first candidate scored 250, next for example 350, next it is 400. Okay, no votes cancelled here, all votes polled properly. Okay, so just observe here, as per this rule FPTP, the candidate C is got elected, right? Because comparing with other two candidates, maximum or more votes scored by this candidate number C. Clear? But just imagine, just observe here, A and B together it is 600. So literally speaking, so the candidate C is not got the majority consent there. There is no majority consent for that particular person. Those who scored just 400 votes there. So it is not compulsory there actually for this system. Clear? Majority is not a compulsory. Maximum, okay, comparing with others, the more number of votes. That's what the main concept of first past the post. Okay, next one, PR. What is that PR? Proportional representation. Proportional representation. So, large geographical areas are demarcated as one constituencies. The entire country may be a single constituency. Okay, not small divisions, but large divisions, or the country as a whole is considering as a constituency here in a PR system. More than one representative may be elected from one constituency. Voter votes for the party. Clear? More than one representative may be elected from one constituency, related with the percentage of votes. We know that, right? Okay, basically the voters are votes for not the individual candidate but for the political party. Next point, every party gets seats in the legislature in proportion to the percentage of votes that it gets. Clear? Every party will have a chance to participate in the decision making. Okay, so they will get a chance to representation. Okay, related with the percentage of votes what they received in that election. Candidates who wins the election get majority of votes. Clear? Who will win that election? Candidate who wins the election, who gets the majority of votes. Example, Israel and Netherlands. Israel and Netherlands, for example, we can say that they are following the proportional representation system. Hope this idea is clear. Okay, so moving forward. Now, here is a small observation here. How the peer work in Rajya Sabha election. So we know that in India, for our parliament, there are two houses are there. What are those two houses?
Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
Okay, correct, Ashiri Amalraj. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are the two houses. Lok Sabha is called as the upper house or the lower house? So write down this question.
Lower.
Lower. Okay. So no need to write the question, right? You got told the answer. Fine. So next one, Lok Sabha is called to be the House of Commons. Okay, common people. The Rajya Sabha is termed as the House of Wise Men. House of Wise Men. Differences are there. So basically, we will elect the members for Rajya Sabha through indirect election. Basically, in India, we are following this system, PR. Okay, proportional representation to elect the members in the Rajya Sabha. Okay, so this is the third variant of or method of election. Okay, the single transferable vote system, STV, underline that. STV, single transferable vote, is followed for Rajya Sabha election. Every state has a specific quota of seats in the Rajya Sabha. So every state have a specified or specific accurate number of seats in the Rajya Sabha. The members are elected by the representative state legislative assemblies. The voters are the MLAs in the state. So who are the voters for the Rajya Sabha? The MLAs. MLAs are directly elected by the people. Okay, so here they are the voters for Rajya Sabha, so it's an indirect election. Directly we are not participating. Our representatives are participating in that election, or they have the right to vote. Every voter is required to rank candidates according to her or his preferences. So ranks we are able to provide for the candidates. So each MLA or MLC. So Vidhan Sabha's members are called to be MLC, Member of Legislative Council. Okay, clear? State assemblies are termed as MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly. Clear? So some states are following a two-house system. Okay, some states are following this system. MLAs will be there, MLCs also are there. Okay, but in Kerala we are following only one house is there, that is called to be Assembly. Okay, State Legislative Assembly. Okay, so members are termed as MLA. Some states dual sabhas are there, I mean dual houses are there, basically termed as MLAs and MLCs are the members of those sabhas or those houses. Every voter is required to rank candidates according to her own preferences. To be declared the winner, a candidate must be secure a minimum quota of votes which is determined by a formula. This formula to find out the winner is total votes polled divided by the total number of candidates to be elected plus 1. Okay. Clear or not? Okay, then add 1 along with that. The person those who scored that many votes will get elected, or he will declaring as the member to the Rajya Sabha. So this is a simple method. Okay, so don't go for mathematical understanding here, just understand the formula here. For example, if 4 Rajya Sabha members have to be elected in 200 MLA in Rajasthan, the winner would require 200 divided by 4 plus 1, that is 40 plus 1 votes. Clear? 41 votes he needed to win. When the votes are counted in, it's done on the basis of first preference votes secured by each candidate, of which the candidate has secured the first preference votes. If after the counting of the first preference votes, required number of candidates fail to fulfill the quota, the candidate who secured the lowest vote of the first preference is eliminated, and his or her votes are transferred to those who are mentioned as second preference on those ballot papers. So this is a complicated activity. That's going to be the third variant of representation. All right. Okay, so this process continues till the required number of candidates are declared elected. Okay, just read it and understand properly. Okay, so PR, proportional representation, how it works in India. Okay, just read that. It's a box 1. Okay. Next one, why did India adopt the FPTP system, first past the post system? What is the reason behind that? The answer is not very difficult to guess. If you have carefully read the box explaining the Rajya Sabha elections, you would have noted that it is a complicated system. Okay, so we are reading for the first time, you may not understand this. Clear? 2-3 times you want to read it properly, then only able to understand. Okay, for example, I told that this is the equation for that. So related with the quota of votes, preferences are therefore clear. So out of each state have a specified quota. For Rajasthan, there are they want to select 4 members, right or not? 4 members, clear or not? So all these MLAs have preference votes. Preference votes, clear? If they are preferring one candidate, so more than 40 MLAs are prefer the one candidate. The candidate scored 41 votes. He will declare as winner or elected. Clear or not? Understand? Like that, they will choose 4 representatives. 4 representatives. Again, want to read it properly. Okay, so this system is not that easy for the common people. So we are facing or following first past the post system. If you have carefully read the box explaining the Rajya Sabha election, you would have noticed that it is a complicated system which may work in a small country. Okay, so this proportional representation of election, that system will function only in small countries, but would be difficult to work in a subcontinental country like India. So India is a subcontinent, very huge, right? What do you mean subcontinent? So what is the difference between a continent and a subcontinent? So politicians students want to know that difference between a continent and a subcontinent. So on what criteria? What are the criteria to select an geographical area as a continent? First of all, different geographical locations. Clear? Different geographical location units. Okay, physiographic division should be there. Physiographic division should be there. Different types of people, races, different races are necessary. Different languages are necessary. Okay, a large area of land also necessary. That is basically the things that required to create a continent. Clear? So India is termed as a subcontinent because all these features are there, right? But one is missing. Okay, the geographical area is not that huge. Clear? Geographical area is not that huge. That's what India is termed as a subcontinent. Clear? India, all the physiographic divisions are there, right? Different cultures are there, right? Different racial groups are there, right? Different languages are there, right? Different religions are there, right? All things are there. But the only thing is lacking is there is no a huge area or a larger area. So it's called to be a subcontinent. Okay. So a country like India, it is not possible because India is known as a subcontinent, a larger country it is. The reason for the plurality and the success of FPTP system is its simplicity. Okay, so we are able to conduct a simple election. The best form it is FPTP only. The entire election system is extremely simple to understand even for common voters who may have no specialized knowledge about politics and election. So people who contesting in election or the voters should not, or they don't want a special knowledge or technical knowledge to participate in this kind of election. Clear or not? That's what the importance of FPTP. Okay, first past the post. There is also a clear choice presented to the voters at the time of election. Clear choices are there. So we know that ballot paper, right? Ballot paper. What is special to ballot paper? Numbers will be there. Okay, and the names of the candidate, and what will be there? Symbols will be there. Okay, various symbols will be there. Right? Clear? So it is easy to read the name. So India is a country with a huge number of illiterates, right? Yes or no? That's why, what is that? Symbols here. Clear? Symbols are easily able to understand. Okay. And we will cast or we will keep our vote in that particular symbol. Alright. I mean the illiterates. So this system is an easy method for the people. Clear? Easy method. So there is also a clear choice presented to the voters at the time of election. Voters have to simply endorse a candidate or a party while voting. Depending on the nature of actual politics, voters may either give greater importance to the party or the candidate or balance the two. Okay, so the voters have the right or the chances to give importance for the party or the candidate, or at the same time they will give the importance for both the party and the candidate together too. The FPTP system offers voters a choice not simply between parties but specific candidates. Clear? In this system, we want to know the candidates perfectly. Basically, more than the party, the individual candidates are able to fetch votes. Clear? If a candidate is a good person, he is a well-known person for everyone, he has a clean chit, he is not a part of any bribery or any scam, okay, a good human being, okay, doing number of charitable activity to the people, everybody know him. So that kind of people who, whatever may be the party, he is able to receive some votes, right? Yes or no? So candidates have importance in this system. Okay. Especially in PR systems, voters are often asked to choose the party and the representatives are elected on the basis of the party list. Clear? But in the PR system, the people basically they are giving importance for not the persons but for the party. As a result, there is no one representative who represents and is responsible for one locality. In a constituency-based system like a FPTP, the voters know who their own representative is and can hold him or her accountable. So, in a PR system, there is no chance to create a particular person in the charge of a constituency. Clear? Because that is a percentage based. But coming to constituency, so our MLA from geographical area A, so he is responsible for the things in that area, right? Clear or not? So he is accountable. He want to say answer to the people. He is answerable. Clear? Whatever the things happen in that locality, he is answerable. So what are you thinking? Is that a good system? Is that a good system? The MLAs are able to, or MPs are able to work creatively in this system? Tell me. What is your answer? They are accountable. Will they help the people? So number of complaints are there with this politician there. What is that? We are able to find them only once in 5 years. Okay, what is that? Once in 5 years we are able to see all these people. Okay, that election time they will come with their closest smile. Okay, and particular dressing style is there for them, right? Almost all the politicians. Okay, perfectly lined or ironed shirt. Okay, so in Kerala it's a dhoti. North India, other attires are there for these people there, right? Basically politicians there. These people in the sense we are also part of the politics, right or not? So I am discussing about the politicians, basically the candidates. Okay, so we know that in basically you kids don't know that people those who have the right to vote in the local self-election time. Some people will simply smile at because we don't know them. Anyway, they will smile. Then we come to understand. We can easily understand that this person is the candidate for the next election. Yeah, of course. Okay, till that day, the person will not observe us, and we will not take care of this kind of people also. But that particular period of time, they will start smiling, and they will start some works. Okay, maybe they cleaning the canals or what you can say. Small patches in the road. They will start doing such kind of works there. So easily we are able to understand that he is the person. This is going to contest in the election. Okay, easily we are able to understand. So that's a problem there. So only we are able to find them once in 5 years. Once in a 5 year. Okay, but today the new generation politicians they are trying to make a change in that. Okay, clear or not? New generation. I am discussing about the very old generation, not just the old generation, very old generation. Okay, clear or not? Just remember these things or keep that ideas in your mind. Okay, here you can say the first passport system is somewhat better for a country called India because it's a large one. Okay, and it's a simple form of election. Okay, the voters know who is their representative is and can hold him or her accountable. So more importantly, the makers of our constitution also felt that PR based elections may not be suitable for giving a stable government in a parliamentary system. We shall study the nature of parliamentary system of executive in the next chapter. So next chapter is there, we will learn that time. Anyway, the constitution makers of our country, they came to know that the PR system is not that good for a stable government. For a stable government, it is not good. So they give a preference for the FPTP system. This system requires that the executive has majority in the legislature. So PR system requires that the executive has majority in the legislature. You will notice that the PR system may not produce a clear majority because seats in the legislature would be divided on the basis of share of votes. Cannot create a perfect majority. Okay, so there's a problem for the government. They cannot take perfect decisions in the PR system. Okay, but in Indian system, FPTP, it is something different than PR, giving a clear majority. So the PR system generally gives the largest party or coalition some extra bonus seats more than this share of votes would allow. Thus, this system makes it possible for parliamentary government to function smoothly and effectively by facilitating the formation of a stable government. Okay, that's what the importance of FPTP system. Okay, it is giving more seats for the ruling party. The FPTP system encourages voters from different social groups to come together to win an election in a locality. Okay, so it is giving chances for almost all the social groups in the country to come up and participate in the election in one single constituency to be a part of the decision making. In a diverse country like India, the PR system would encourage each community to form its own nation-wide party. This may also have been at the back of the mind of our constitution makers. The experience of the working of the constitution has confirmed the exception of the constitution makers. The FPTP system has proved to be simple and familiar to ordinary voters. It has helped larger parties to win clear majorities at the center and the state level. The system has also, so these are the merits of a FPTP system and demerits of a PR system. Write down the question there. It has helped the larger parties to win clear majorities at the center and the state level. The system has also encouraged political parties that get all their votes only from one caste or community. Normally, the working of the FPTP system results in a two-party system. This means that there are two major competitors for power. So, bi-party system, the FPTP system is very good because anyway we know that only two parties are there. Out of the 100, one party want to score anyway more than a 50%, right? Then only can declare as a winner, right or not? Yes or no? Yes or no? So almost like a PR system, right? Only two parties are there. But more than two parties, 3 or 4, the system won't work. Clear? Only two candidates are there. Out of 100%, one party should score more than 50%, then only can declare as a elected, right? Clear or not? Okay, just understand that idea. Okay, it is difficult for new parties or the third party to enter the competition and share power. In this respect, the experience of FPTP in India is slightly different. After independence, though we adopted the FPTP system, there emerged a one-party dominance, and along with it, there exist many smaller parties. Okay, so after independence for 30-35 years, there is only one party. That party is considered as the dominant party in India. Can you say what party? Which party is that? The dominant party in India for the last 30-40 years, up to we can say that 1977. That party is very strong in India. This International Congress. International Congress. We studied that in 1984 election. Okay. 1984 election, okay, that party scored nearly 450 seats out of 543 seats, means it's a very powerful party, very strong party of those times there. But today it is not like that. Today it is a change. Now which is the prominent party in India? The most prominent and powerful party in India? Political party?
India.
It is not NDA actually, BJP. Okay, so ND is a coalition headed by BJP. Okay, clear. So BJP is the party. Okay, Congress is a party, but it's a head of an alliance called UPA, United Progressive Alliance. United Progressive Alliance. That is led by International Congress, INC. Number of other political parties also are there in this group. And NDA is headed by BJP. Clear. Again, number of political parties are there in that coalition or that group. Okay, so headed by BJP. So today we can say that if other parties are not there also, BJP is able to rule the government because that many seats are there for them. Clear? For India, one party scores 273 seats, that party is able to rule the country, right? So BJP don't have more than that seats, more than that many seats. So they are able to rule the country. Clear? So that party is now considering as the prominent party in India, the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. Clear? Okay, so that is a problem. After 1989, India is witnessing the functioning of the multi-party coalitions. So up to 1989, we can say that one or two parties are considering as the prominent parties. But after 1989, number of political parties emerged in India. Okay, to contest in elections or try to hold the power in the government. But the distinguishing feature of India's party system is that the rise of coalitions has made it possible for new and smaller parties to enter into electoral competition in spite of the FPTP system. Okay, so this FPTP system is helpful for all the parties to enter into the politics, and at the same time it can create some problem also, right? Clear? A candidate is able to, an independent candidate is able to create trouble for a huge party sometime. Okay, clear? Next one, reservation of constituencies. What do you mean reservation? Tell me. Reservation, we studied already in the political theory. Reservations. Why reservation? What is reservation and why reservation, and how it is important for you people? Tell me. Tell me. Why reservation? Anybody?
Reservation is required to protect the backward community
Of course.
or minority sections.
Yes. Okay, so that is a good answer, Aishwarya. Basically, we want to support the economically or socially backward people, minorities, women, right? It is a responsibility of a democratic government. So, representation of such people in legislature or the decision making body, it is important. It is important. So, what is that? Constituencies are there. What kind of constituency? Reserved constituencies. Reserved constituencies for females, reserved constituencies for SC category, reserved constituencies for ST category. Anyway, there is no reserved constituency for children, right? We want to uplift them also. Okay, there is no reserved candidates. So there is no reserved constituency for any religions too, right? Reserved constituency for Hindus, reserved constituency for Muslims. Any constituencies are there like that? No, not at all. Clear? Just remember, the constituencies are reserved on the basis of economically or socially backward people. Okay, for emancipation of women, reserved constituencies are there for women. For upliftment of the SCs and ST, reserved constituencies are there for them. And reserved SC women constituencies also are there. Clear? To ensure the women participation of women in the legislature. So these constituencies, in these constituencies, the candidate should be come from that particular community. Okay, if it is SC, the candidate should be SC. If it is ST, the candidate should be ST. If SC woman, it should be SC woman. Right or not? Clear or not? If it is SC woman, SC woman. If it is ST woman, ST woman. Like that, what we can say? Constituencies are there. So only SC or ST constituency means it's a general. Both males or females can participate as a candidate. Clear? Next constituencies are called to be the general constituencies. General constituencies. In that constituencies, males, females of any caste or any class can participate or contest in the election or participate in the election. Right? Clear or not? So general constituencies are there. Reserved constituencies also are there. So tell me, in SC constituency or ST constituency, only SCs can vote or all the people can vote or not? Tell me, what is your answer?
All the people can vote.
All people can vote. Only the reservation is related with the candidateship, not for vote, not for a vote. Clear or not? Everyone can participate in the election, in the voting system. Okay, just repeating, reservation of constituencies. So we have noticed that in the FPTP election system, the candidate who secure the highest votes in a particular constituency is declared elected. Okay.